Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913, and we are Let's Playing Drakengard 2 bonus episodes. In the last episode, we got Yaha's staff, and we got to see some interesting backstory on some various things that were going on in the world of Drakengard 2. Now we're in Chapter 9, Resurrection. We just defeated Gismor. That's right, he's dead. And what we're going to do is actually head into, because a new area opens up, Heaven's Clock Tower. Yay! So we're going to head in there. But let me show you the stories from the two weapons that I got. Thief's Secret. Which this is about a thief. He's this old school thief. His name's Left Eye. And he was in a group with TLC. And eventually she burned down Andre Risen's house. Oh, wait, wrong Left Eye. Anyways, this guy, he was a big old, powerful merchant. These young guys think they can take him out, take him down, and then Left Eye draws his sword, and what ends up happening is he kills the hell out of them. And it was like Left Eye was like a youngster, you know, he beat him. And then he disappeared forever and ever and ever. So yeah. That's what happens when you mess with Left Eye. And then, let's see, Yaha's staff. Yaha's staff. Let's see, where is it? Right here. This is not a bad staff. This is basically stories about this bureaucrat. His whole family gets killed except his youngest son. And they let the boy go. The son grows up to be a beautiful dude, living as a thief, stealing this, that, and the other. And he eventually is able to get a job in the king's castle. And he becomes a quote-unquote special companion of the king, meaning he's gay. He's a gigolo, a man whore. Anyways, he goes in the king's bedchamber, tries to kill the king, but the king figures that the boy is something, and then the kid ends up killing himself with the staff that he had, which eventually is passed on to Yaha, who is also apparently a beautiful person. Which I don't think he is. So anyways, we're going into this place, and we're going to, actually he's one of the last elves, I think, in the whole game. Yaha, in case you didn't know, he is an elf. And I remember the elves did get massacred in the first game, because, if I remember correctly, who was it? Inuart wanted to go to the village of the elves because he's like, oh, they're neutral, they'll help us out. And then what ended up happening, the Empire ended up destroying them all. But yeah, so we're going to be in here in the Heaven's Clock Tower. And how this mission's going to go, I should fast forward this, is we're going to collect, well, I'm not going to bother. But anyway, because I kind of just go through it. So it's kind of like the other missions. So how this is going to work is we're going to go through this area and collect keys. And since I've already done this, like, off-screen, and I know what I'm doing, this is going to be very quick. So, what we're going to do, we got all these enemies here, they're like, bleh. What we have to do is collect all these keys in order to open up the doors. They have to be in, like, a certain order, too. And I'm just going to use Mana, because I just feel, I don't know, maybe she runs faster? I don't know, but we gotta collect all these keys, and it's gonna be like moon, sun, stars, rain, cloud, this, that, and the other. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip a lot of these guys, because I don't give a crap. That's how I'll roll. So I'll end up using Yaha's staff pretty soon. But yeah, I just want to let people know that, I'm gonna record some more videos as of this video being uploaded, like Friday or whatever. I gotta record more on the weekend. Hopefully I'll have the second ending done, and then I'll have to try and get through a majority of just going through the third playthrough. See, the thing about Drakengard 1 that I liked was everything was, yeah, here we're gonna use the rain key. Everything, like, after you beat it, you can go back and do it. Like, it was kind of reminding me of Super Mario World in the essence that, like, sometimes there was 2 ways to do a level. You know what I mean? Like one time you have to beat it fast and do this, or you have to do, it in a certain like time frame or whatever. And like in this game, the shitty thing about it is that you have to go through the game over again, just to get the extra ending. But yeah, it just kind of stinks. You gotta play the game all the way through. Although I'm sure it's kind of fun because you can still continue to build levels. The difficulty does spike a little bit because everything hurts more. And yeah, but it just kind of stinks. You gotta go through the game 3 times. Like I've been playing. Well, actually, I haven't been playing anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was gonna say I was reading about Nier, and that game has multiple endings. But after you beat it the first time, it starts you about halfway through the first game, so you don't have to play through the whole beginning all over again, which is kind of nice. Yeah, and I messed up. I'm not supposed to go this way. I gotta go down over here. But yeah, that's pretty nice. You know what I mean? They start you halfway, and then you just gotta do everything you did again. Apparently there's like 3 endings to that game. I really gotta get back on that game. I think I'm gonna finish off this, and then I don't know what game I'm gonna play afterwards. And then I'm eventually gonna play Suikoden 3. I gotta get that working on an emulator, because I can't do an RPG on the console and record it, because it's not gonna work. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be able to record a role-playing game on the console, you know, because it's not gonna work. So I gotta try and emulate it. And from what I heard, emulation isn't too bad for Suikoden 3. Oh, look at that! We got the shooting star key. Somehow, I need to figure out if I can record, or if I can get the Suikoden 2 data from the memory card on the computer, and then transfer it over to the PS2 emulator. That's something I'll have to look into. I'm sure not a lot of people worry about that, but I want to make sure my data can. Otherwise, I'll be mad. Anyway, it's Drakengard 2, huh? Apparently, they made a manga on this, and it's called like Drakengard 1.5, and it's like a halfway point between these games or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe it was like an anime or something. But there's actually going to be a weapon we're gonna get a little later from that's actually Sirei's weapon, the hero knife or whatever. And what that knife is going to do is explain. It's gonna actually explain the reason why Mana was treated so poorly versus Sirei, who was treated so nicely by their mom. It's gonna kind of explore the root there. Of that relationship a little bit. And actually, I heard that Drakengard 3, there's a couple of characters, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, plug your ears or whatever, but apparently there's a couple of characters that are sort of like Mana and Sirei in that game. That's all I know. And here we get a longsword. So unlike the other, stay away from me. Unlike the other missions where you collected the weapon, then you got the hell out of there. We have to actually head up to the remainder of the clock tower, and we have to make sure that the lightning strikes the clock tower at exactly blah 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 blah. And then it creates 1.21 gigawatts of electricity in order to send Marty McFly back home. Now this part can be a pain because these guys are such a-holes. But this dart movement works well. So yeah, this one isn't too bad. Luckily, actually, there's only one more weapon we have to get in the second playthrough. Because now we have all the lieutenants and stuff's weapons, like Yaha, Haunch, Zangpo. Who else do we have? Now this sword is actually the sword Gismor uses. It's actually pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie to you. What it ends up doing is it slowly drains, because it can only be equipped by Noe, of course. It slowly drains his HP. And I don't even think it gives you extra power for draining said HP. I think it's just there. You know, it's like, oh, hey, I'm draining your HP. For no apparent reason. Like, I can understand, like, if this sword is going to give you, like, really good, like, extra strength, like it's the best sword that you can get in the game. But the problem is that it drains your HP. Then I'd be like, okay, you know what, that's something I'm gonna look into, because, you know, I like ultimate power, and if I've got to trade a little bit of my health for it, I will do it. Alright, now we're on the top floor, and this is where we'll finish off the area by eliminating the ogres. Who, as you can see with Yurik and Hymir's finger, all it does is take one hit. And there you go, they're dead. D-E-D, dead. And the weapon that we get is pitch black. Like I said, it's sort of useless. So what I am going to do is show you the couple of scenes that I forgot to show you at the end of the first playthrough, where basically Angelus is free. She's flying around, and I believe she's already destroyed the city of Rust. So what I'm going to do is head over to all these villages, and I'm going to, what I'm going to do is head over to all these villages, and we're going to check out, the dialogue there. Now, I did mention earlier that that if you check out, what the hell is it? If you check out the Village of Stone, I think the merchant guy is dead, but he's not. He actually doesn't die. I don't know what happens to him. So here are the scenes. I'm just going to kind of show you the scenes that, you know, I missed. What ends up, you know, basically Angelus is out and she's burning villages. So these are the reactions of the villagers.
A red devil is destroying the village!
Everything is burning! Run! Get away from the village!
Where can we go? The devil has wings!
Yeah, come on, no way. Think about it. Jeez. So there you go. There's that village. See, I seriously thought that that merchant guy died. I guess I was wrong. Anyways, let's check out the other villages. Maybe Angelus is screwing them over too. Yeah, I did mention that I forgot to show this stuff, and I remembered as I was playing that I'm like, oh yeah, let me show this stuff.
The dragons are the gods' messengers. The gods are angry.
But why? We haven't done anything to make the gods angry.
Maybe the humans drive the gods to anger just by being alive.
And Noe has nothing to say. He's just like, duh. That's a pretty deep remark you have there, sir. Sometimes Noe is just dumb. It's like, but then again, maybe he doesn't want to get into a deep philosophical argument with the guy. Maybe he's like, yeah, maybe you're wrong. Maybe the gods like the humans and they don't like dragons, right?
The red dragon is
think
burning
we've seen
down
this
villages everywhere.
What? Why would a dragon do such a thing?
Well, who knows? We'd better get ready to leave. I, for one, don't want to burn to death.
Right. We should gather our things and go. But where to?
Someplace where the dragon can't reach us. Like a cave
feel
or
like
something.
these guys-
Away
these-
from here.
All
These
right,
two
let's
dudes
go.
pop up in every village. They're like the Drakengard's like Laurel and Hardy, you know what I mean? They're like, everywhere. So, okay, so here we are in Chapter 10, Destruction, okay? And we just defeated Angelus. Now here's where we can actually get the final weapon of the second playthrough, which is the remote village. After you beat Angelus, we can purchase the final weapon of the second playthrough. I just said it. I don't know why I said it again, but we can. This is a lot of money. This is Calamitous Melody. It's actually a very good weapon. And yeah, it's just a good weapon. And I think it ends up being one of the strongest weapons No Way has once we level it up. Even stronger than, dare I say, Kaim's sword. Anyways, I did level up Pitch Black. And the story's about a guy who just liked to kill people. He had a bloodlust that could not be ended, and he saw these group of people, and they were surrounding a girl. He kills all the people, and the girl's like, "Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you for saving him." And then he finally realizes what his actions. And he's happy about the murder, and then he basically kills the girl and continues on his merry way. How messed up is that, And to think this game didn't have some messed up stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because it does. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother using Pitch Black. It's just not that good. Plus, I don't want it draining. Although I guess there's an item that can reverse that. Like, I think there's like a life crystal or something you can equip that'll slowly regenerate your HP. But, nah, I'm not gonna bother. Anyway, so Angelus is dead. The seals have been broken. We're gonna go to all the villages and see what they think. What does Laurel and Hardy think?
Well, we escaped the flames of the dragon, but now there's nowhere to run.
Soon the sky will fall on our heads. And that'll be the end, won't it?
I've lived too long. I never wanted to see the end of the world.
But if you lived, you've seen the end of the world just recently, 18 years ago. I'm sure you remember that, don't you? Anyways, I need to buy a bunch of infinity crystals. I don't have enough. But yeah, I think I mentioned that in the first time I was playing this. I was like, this old man must have seen the end of the world before, because in Drakengard 1, after the goddess died, the world got pretty shitty. I don't get it. Anyways, let's check out the other villages, see if they got anything that they need to cry about. Maybe get it off their chest, you know? What do we got here?
The dragon's attack, the changes in the sky, they're both signals that the final seal has been destroyed. We're all bound to perish.
It's all in the gods' hands. They created the world. They can destroy it too.
Now that the goddess seal has been broken, there's nothing we can do except wait for death.
Oh.
Ah, you guys are such pessimistics. You know, where's the optimism? What a bunch of jerk-offs. Anyways, there's nothing in the village of the sand or something. I don't think there's anything in that village. So actually, I'm going to stop the video. And in the next video, we will see the second ending. And then show off all the rewards that we get for doing that. So this has been Kenshin1913. I will see you later. Bye-bye.